Yo, 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 welcome to the new episode of the podcast where we gonna keep it a bill, keep it a buck, keep it a beam, but more importantly and most emphatically, keep it clean. I'm one of the hosts, Ray. I'm blessed to have my two compadres on here today. I got Mr. EV, the Ev, and Mr. Nico to the left. How you two brothers doing?
What's going on, brother? I'm good. How you?
What's happening? What's happening? How you doing? How you doing?
And we out here blessed and highly favored, man. It's been a week. It's been a week. What's transpired for you two brothers personally, man? What's the update? What's the mantra? What happened and what you looking forward to?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. I'm happy, and my week it was full of being sick. So I've been recuperating. I had flu-like symptoms, so NyQuil, Dayquil, you know what I'm saying? A lot of sick times, a lot of my girl taking care of me. I appreciate her dearly for that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been recuperating. Yesterday was my first day at 100%. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is to enjoy now my full weekend. This was our first week of nice weather like all year. We had 60s. I didn't get to enjoy it because a nigga was sick. So I'm enjoying my weekend now. So I'm here now. I ain't got no plans so far. So I'm enjoying whatever's coming my way.
Are you one of them brothers that, because some of us are like that. When you get sick, it's a complete shutdown. The weakness turned out. You need to be baby.
No. So what it is that I'm one of the people. I'm gonna fight my hardest to not show that. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
And it's one of those things where it's like the one time I did have to show. And so what it was that just a nigga, my body was just shutting down on me. I had to just lay down. And my girl saw me. She just like, don't worry, just rest. I got you. It was one of them times. And it was like, okay, yeah, all right, cool. So I tried not to, but it's just the body. We human. Sometimes you just have to, and sometimes your body just tell you shut down.
That boy Ev said, "I'm not sick. Not me.
I'm not sick. I have a cold.
I'm not sick."
You said what?
Prideful sickness is crazy.
I'm dead. I don't shut down. I'm definitely gonna go to sleep though. That's
my thing. I'm being honest, bro. I slept as much as I could. This was a beauty. I ain't realized I could find this much time to sleep.
Oh man, I know for a fact because I'm one of those. If I sneeze too many times in a row, straight to the store. We buying the product, man. I made a whole concoction. I'm in the kitchen mixing. I got a quill. I put some type of mucinex. I'm letting it dissolve in there. I'm just letting it simmer. We going to bed at 8.
Nah, for sure.
Man. All right, what about you, Nick? Past week,
man.
what you looking forward to?
It was cool. I didn't do too much. I was just work. Work was regular. We got we started the real promo for the pod. We got the first episode out today. So shout out to us. Hand clap for us. Yeah, that was the most of my week. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out the clips, reacting to the clips, to people's reactions to the clips.
Man, had me getting shot at all week.
You was bugging. I tried to tell you. You was wilding.
This man get me shot at all week, bro.
Wilding. Hey, we got to keep it clean. I'm gonna keep it clean for real. If we being honest, upon further review, Big Sean did have the better verse on Holy Key, but Smoked is crazy. That's all I'm saying. Smoked is crazy, but he did have a better verse for sure.
See, not rolling still.
If we have to count bars just to give the relevancy of it, but what killed me was one of his mans in the comments said, I can't comprehend what he was saying. I was like, nah, not a shot to the intelligence.
See, and that go back. Shout out to Rose. Rose is on vacation. Rose is in Tahiti right now. So shout out to our boy.
Shout out to Rose.
Shout out to Rose.
A good time. But that's back to his point of like Kendrick having that aura to where it's like he can say a whole lot of nothing a very convincing way, and folks be like, you just didn't get it. It's like I went back and listened through and counted the bars, and I was like, you got busy on the last little half, but that first half, I ain't really got much for you.
What really surprised me was, I think on the cool, it's a mix of where Kendrick is right now to where I think it's an interesting thing to see that he's been clearly moved into the non-slanderable topic. That was my biggest takeaway from the reactions to that clip. Because before the Drake beef, it was like, man, oh, you wanted them, you like them lyrical spirits. Like there's people that appreciated them, but to see that crowd widen like that aura,
yeah,
man,
it was definitely like on the gram, folks was rolling with you. Folks was like, yeah, talk that shit. But like on TikTok, they like,
TikTok, I was getting cooked.
Talking about what do you mean?
Because at the same time, it's like I also looked at it as a man. Is it the Kendrick allure and aura, or are niggas quietly finally coming outside and saying, "Hey, we don't like Big Sean"? The nerve of you to even put him in the sentence with this dude, man.
I don't know.
I would say I'm gonna agree with that.
I would say it's the first part. I think it's the aura piece of where it's like the moment of where bruh is, the culmination of all of it is kind of at a place to where it's like, bruh been doing this for too long. We not rewriting history saying he ain't smashed cuz on the verse when he did. But it's like when you really sit back and listen through, it might be a little closer than you think. It might be a 10-9 instead of a 10-7 type.
And you see, and I think that's what it is. That's why I say, Ray, I think it's the second part. Because for me, I think back then, honestly, I think back then when Holy Key dropped, I think it was looked at more closely compared of the two verses. Like I think back then it was like, it's a, hey man, they both did their shit. You can pick who you want, but more people are leaning Kendrick. I think now because of who Big Sean has finally became, and who Kendrick just now really became over the past year, and now niggas are going back to Holy Key, is now a wider region of niggas don't like Big Sean at all. You gotta think nobody listened to. I don't want to say nobody listened to, but everybody was just.
You said what you said.
Everybody was just crapping on his last album. Therapy raps.
Right.
That tells you where Big Sean is universally.
But it's funny when you go back to the Holy Key verse, it's therapy raps.
But that's the thing, though. It's the perspective. It's the perspective of who you are. And then you had to also think about who Big Sean and Kendrick were in 2015. They were still neck and neck, really. Let's be real. There wasn't no big three then. And that's why I hate that topic. It wasn't no big three. It was hey man, these three are the guys who are going to be those guys, but you still got Big Sean, Wale, Crit all following up right behind y'all asses. And mind you, Sean was just off Dark Sky Paradise, where that nigga was holding the keys a little bit too, because that was his magnum opus, how everybody looks at it.
That's true.
And you also looking at it, that was post Control verse, and you knew Sean felt the way. You knew Sean felt the way.
That was their first link up since.
So because obviously I feel like we can't prove it, but your instincts will tell you they weren't in the studio together for this track. And
right.
And so obviously now I don't know whether or not Khaled told them that they both gonna be on the track together. I don't know how that went, but there was an approach that was taken from Sean. And even within the context of that album, you had a lot of the major players on that very specific album. Cole had his own record. Drake had his own record. You had Sean and Kendrick on there. I think Wale was featured on one of the so you had
Future and Hove.
You had one Future and Hove. Like you had the major players participating in that particular record. That's why even when I say it, because I'm still gonna double down on that stance. When you're looking at who was rapping and who was doing what, Drake kind of got away with giving us a little sing-song rap, right? He didn't have to go in there and do what he did. Cole came in and rapped. Nas came in and rapped. Hove talked to Drake on that album, bro. You feel me? So it was still during that time of everybody's being competitive, and that's why even for me, it's like it looked crazy. Like in the midst of the context of the conversation, it looked crazy. You stepped in there, everybody's trying to bar up in some way, and you let the mans that you had an issue with kind of talk to you.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
So speaking of big hitters and everything, y'all's man went out there and canceled the tour, man. How y'all feel about Drake shutting down the rest of the Aussie tour?
Whose man?
Y'all's man.
Whose man's?
Atlanta's man.
You gotta
Oh,
stop
yeah.
this
Oh, okay.
bullshit, man. You gotta stop. I'm not taking no bullets. It's not meant for me.
Atlanta's man, bro.
You gotta stop this. You have to,
Hey,
because
man.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hey,
Atlanta
hold
has
on, hold
stood
on.
by, bro.
I don't want to make this personal. You was just with, Drake #1
Hey, we not
Okay.
doing that.
All right.
We're not
All right.
doing that.
No.
All right. All right.
No.
All right.
Repeat it. I just
All
want to make
right.
sure the people in
All
the back heard.
right. I
Not
won't.
doing none of that.
I won't.
We're not doing any of that.
Okay.
What happened? Is this your first Panda break? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, this is my first Panda break. Yeah, for sure. Panda break.
We only get two. You using it early in the episode, bro.
I'm gonna throw the flag down. That's one.
Woo, that's tough.
All right. Hey,
Hands up.
you got to be in it. You got to be in the
That's
chat
one.
to know that. You got to be in the chat to know.
Yeah, that's one. We gonna.
But so your man's went down under, and the tour went down under at the same time. We're finding out that he gonna reschedule some dates.
I don't know what this means.
Me neither.
I don't know what it means. We don't really have a reason yet.
They said logistics. And I don't even know what that means, because if you planned this out months ago.
Yeah, I think they said something about a scheduling.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Scheduling conflict. It's like this tour has been planned for a while. So how did we miss that? Like who was checking the calendar that missed that? Oh, you're on tour that day. Like what?
Right.
Yeah.
So that, I don't know. That smells fishy. I don't know about that. I don't think it looks good in, just more of the aftermath of what he just went through last year. To get through the tour, some of the actions on the tour, and now the tour is canceled. It's like, you just can't catch one, can you? Like that's kind of how I saw that. I was just like, you can't catch a break right now.
Nah, man, I don't want it to come across as shooting him bail, but I think, quite frankly, man, dude is just tired, bro. Like, because when you look at these last few years, even before the whole B situation, he has been on tour after tour after tour. And I'm sure at that level, you got ways of trying to recuperate the energy. You got ways of trying to get some type of rest or whatever the case may be. But then you got the physicalities and then the mental toll that a tour already has. Because even we know he one of them, despite of how you might feel now, he one of them, he liked to run across the stage. He liked to be involved. He doing a lot of that. And then if you got sold out tour after sold out tour and you doing it night after night, now add the additional mental toll of the world trying to talk to you in a particular way, man. I think dude is just flat out tired. I know we spoke on before. This would have been one of the moments, bro. Just stay quiet for a little bit. You could release songs, you could release an album, but right now it may not be the time for you to do that.
I mean, you think he told us after I think it was the tour he was on with Cole, the For All the Dogs tour, like when that was coming towards the end, he was saying like, I'm about to take a break. I got health issues type thing. Like, and then it was like, you went right back on tour.
Matter of fact, I think he did that twice. I think he did that. Matter of fact, I think before Cole, he did that. Where he said, I have the stomach issue.
It was something. And then it was like, he added a leg like right after that. And then it was like, he sat down, I think for last year while we had the whole situation. And I was like, you're right back on tour. So it's, he probably is tired. I would believe that. You've been running around forever.
You got to think, we've been trying to tell him to take a break for so long. And then, like, even with the Cole one, he dropped 21 off the leg of the tour because it wasn't selling, and added Cole to continue those dates and say, oh, I'm going to go to the smaller market cities. But it's like, bro, you're a megastar. Take a break. Why are you running yourself so ragged?
You got to pay back that money, man.
And then, like, even what you saying, Ray, with the health implications, like, as me not being a musician, but as somebody who goes to tours, bro, the health aspect of, we're in 2025, a post-COVID world, but everybody is still sicknesses, the wintertime, the flu, and he doing all this shit where he walking through the crowd, kissing babies, holding hands. That's very unhealthy for that man. And when you think about it, because he's touching thousands of people every day as well. So it's like, brother, you just really putting yourself through all this consistently to avoid the Super Bowl and to say, oh, I'm getting a bag. Nigga, sit down.
Man, because as a matter of fact, man, and it's not just him. it's not just him, right? Because it is, you know, we can ask Nick this specifically because you are participant in that entertainment field, but we've been seeing a higher amount of canceled tours recently, right? And I don't want to say higher. Let me reword that because it could just be my awareness to it. But we saw Taylor Swift push back a tour. We saw Childish Gambino call off a certain leg of his tour. Where I remember, as a matter of fact, there was even an article I want to say in like the summer of last year, written by like NBC or something, when they were asking, like, why are so many major artists canceling their tours? I want to say Justin Timberlake just put a halt to his American tour like yesterday or something like that. And knowing that this is something that's needed for today's world where album sales aren't the same as what they used to be, to where you could sit for a little bit, let the album ride, and then you go out and tour. You're so heavily relying on streaming and whatnot. Is it what kind of what Ed is saying? You putting your health out there, you touching on everything, but like what is that portion? Because these people stay on tour for what looks like 8 months to a year.
I think it depends. Well, I think it depends on the tier of artists. First off, so like if you got the Taylor Swifts, the Drakes, the the Beyoncés or whatever, it's gonna, like we've said on here before, like it's gonna cost more for them to move around. You know what I mean? So you got to factor in how much are we putting into the show versus is the show selling out? If it's not selling out, what's the range of like how much we made versus how much we lost in between. So when you got that going on, and then the economy is where it is, folks is not able to afford the prices of some of these tickets. Like I think some Beyonce tickets like $1,500. You know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
It's like, do we have rent to put on a show? You know what I mean? So when you get into that, it's like, okay, you got people probably not affording this, and then you have the travesty that is Ticketmaster in itself. So I think it's just a lot of things working against the touring aspect right now, to where it's not as feasible as it once was. Like it costs a lot. And then also you got a lot of, especially like hip hop wise, a lot of this shit is moving more towards the festival type of wave of things. So it's like now, instead of it being this, oh yeah, I'm just finna hit these little spots all up throughout the country, it's like folks is trying to festival their way through it. And the festival is a package ticket rather than just an admission, $25, $20, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever you got going on. So it's different because like for the underground artists, it's still ways to like, they're still working it that way. Like we hitting small spots throughout the cities and keeping it pushing. But I think the way everything is moving more towards the festivals and bigger packages for a show is just becoming a little bit less feasible for the average consumer.
Because I don't think specifically, if we went back to Drake, because there's a few people, we don't question whether or not their tours are sold out. And based on what we're seeing, he'd still be in that category. And I say that to more so specifically with him. We haven't seen him test the American waters since everything happened. The Australian tour, where maybe the hip hop culture isn't that there, you might have already sold it out. And I'm sure them ticket dates or ticket sales were released a minute ago. Like this didn't just come up last week. But when you talk about him, you talk about Beyonce, you talk about even the Tyler, the Creators, I'm sure Kendrick, those shows are going to be sold out. We've also started to see, which I also had that question of, is it just intentional exposure? Is it false narratives where we've been highlighting certain artists where, oh man, their tour got canceled, but then when you look at the sales, it's like, why did it really get canceled? What actually happened, man? When it's not matching. Did you need a 50 Cent to buy out the first set of rows, Ja Rule? Like, did you need that to happen for you to sit here and kick it? Like, what's really, you feel me? What's been going on, bro? Like, did you need the 1-man audience?
Oh man,
bro, you can't tell me that Beyonce tour is going around for $1,500 and it's sold out. Doesn't matter what the audience is, it's sold out. And then you turn around and you look at certain people. And I understand there's tiers, I understand there's levels to it, but if we've seen certain artists where it's like you're spoken on as if you should at least do a medium venue at minimum. Are you selling out grand stadiums like certain football stadiums? Maybe not, but you should at least be holding down certain areas to where you don't necessarily go to the festival tours. Because I ask that as we see artists age and we age with them, are we popping out to festivals at a certain age group? Like, are we going to continue to go to them festivals where we're here talking about, man, all them young kids running around? I got bills to pay. I got a family, man. I could be at home. I don't have to deal with this. I could just play your music in the car. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now as you get older, you trying to aim to a market that's no longer us.
Mm-hmm.
If you told me Rick Ross was at a festival and it's not like one of the major ones, I'd be like, damn, what happened to Rick? You know, and there's certain names like that. It's like, what are we doing? You at a particular age. Why are you at a festival?
But it depends though, because it's like festival, like depending on what your show ticket is.
Yeah.
You know, like if your ticket is your ticket and you got a healthy ticket for a show, it don't really matter what the festival is. Like, oh, they throwing a festival in Kansas. My they want you because it's gonna bring exposure, it's gonna bring people out. All right, cool. My price is X. Done. Why the hell wouldn't I be at the show? Like, that's what I get paid to do. You know what I mean?
Brandon, at least from the fan perspective of it's cool that you got your money, and I never want to hate on somebody adding to their pockets. At the same time, if it's not like a Coachella, a Summer Jam, you know, those festivals of that tier, just what do you?
But you gotta think about the fact of like, okay, let's say it's not one of the bigger ones. It might be an up and coming festival. Now, if I bridge this gap early and bring in a certain amount of people to this festival, I might have just got a ticket from these folks for the next 5, 10, however many years they run this joint. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got those too, where you might become an ambassador for the festival. It might become your festival.
Yeah.
Like type shit, depending on how you work it. So I think a lot of like, I mean, it's tough to do in hip hop, period. But a lot of the judgments that we run around with, like with some of these artists, depending on the moves that they make, a lot of the times we don't know the ins and outs of what they're doing. So a lot of that shit do just be like Monday morning quarterbacking type shit. You know,
I don't want to sound like I'm hating. There's certain people where I might pull up. Festival, maybe me not personally. It depends on specifically what it is. I know Eb going to any Nelly festival, but he gonna be outside where he at.
Man, and this Nelly is, hey, I ain't gonna lie, Nelly. See, and to that point,
if the St. Lunatics do a festival in St. Louis over the summer, you wouldn't pull up.
Eb got a case of
Band-Aids. I might. And speaking of that, I was about to say Nelly is one of those people. He's smart because Nelly, he has a run every year. He does a tour of state fairs every year. He just does, and where he's one of the headline, and because last year he did it with Ashanti. He brought Ashanti out, like he was, and that's fire. Where he's just doing the lineup of during the summertime when all these state fairs are going on for those 2 weeks. He's just shooting down every single one.
20-year-old records. I'm finna go eat
all these. Nigga, you get the 60-year-olds, the 50, just bro, like. And that's where I say it's also the awareness of the artist. I think sometimes with some of these things, you have to know your audience. Nelly, you ain't had an actual hit in a very, very long time. Let's be real. On the music scene, he's kind of cool. He's a legacy act. He's a legacy act now.
Yep.
So do legacy act things. He has it where he's doing those. If it's a tour of legacy guys, I'm gonna be on that. Or I'm gonna go get this maybe $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 ticket from all these state fairs for the next month. You know, it's smart to know your audience. You know your audience, and you can capitalize.
They had him popping out when I remember when he came out to the Texas State Fair, and it was a country
show, country thing,
country show lineup that day, and Nelly's name was in that mix.
It's Tim McGraw, the Tim McGraw connection, man.
You know what I'm saying? And so he did part of his country songs, was able to do some of it. There were fans there. Again, specifically a country group, white fans at that were heavily disappointed that he didn't do his major rap hits. And I'm like, dog, you got Tim McGraw, you had like Willie, there was a couple people, Willie Nelson, and other people, like it was a Texas lineup, right? What did you expect him to do? But to your point, I gotta give him his credit, because if you're an artist and you understand what you're doing, because he told you outside, man, ain't no president ever invite me to the White House. So he clearly did something. He tours have been working.
I just forgot about that. Don't remind me.
Ain't nobody called Nelly. Ain't nobody called me, man.
Ain't nobody called me, bro.
Ain't nobody calling me.
Oh, that might be one of my favorite interviews of the last few years, bro.
Oh man.
All right, man. So still in the entertainment industry, we gonna put our cap on for Capo, man. He up here at the Breakfast Club supporting gang culture. And part of his interview, Mr. Jim Jones, Dipset affiliate member. I don't know where he stands in the current situation because he also shot at Cam, but he brought in a topic and what gang culture represents in his perception of it as a New Yorker. How do y'all feel about it?
Jim Jones is a bozo. I'm just gonna put it there, and I say that because I love Jim Jones. All right, look here, look here, Joseph Guillermo Jones the second or the third. I can't remember. I just know
government.
It's Joseph Guillermo Jones. All right, you are a bozo, and I love you to death. You are my favorite guy out of Dipset. Out the Diplomatics. I've been a fan of you for 20 years now, since what you've been drinking on.
You saying Capo Cappin?
Capo Cappin. And he's not even capping. The thing is, he's not capping, but he's just an idiot. And he's a 50-year-old idiot.
What did he say?
I got the quote right here, and it's one sentence.
It's not a crime.
It's not a crime to be a blood. It's not a crime to be a blood. That's exactly what he said. And he said he admitted he made millions and by commercializing gang culture. And he said he don't regret popularizing it. That's a part of it. And I'm calling him a bozo for that. And the video from last week or the week before where you ain't seen Jim Jones be a blood in about 10 years. He was being a love and hip hop vampire. All right. You ain't seen this man try to be a blood for a long time. Because again, let's be real. He's a 9-tray gangster. The last 9-tray gangster that was making moves for them was 6ix9ine. That's why I say he's a bozo. You should never want to be affiliated with the gang that made 6ix9ine was the man making the most major moves out of New York. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. But he was the last one making the major moves. A clownery of New York. And you want to go back to repping that?
I mean, well, in their defense, they did disown that man from the situation. So it's like, if you're trying to reinstill the realness, we got to get back to the essence. And I'm not defending this shit.
I'm with you. And this is, and I'm with everything you saying. I wish he was 22 if he was gonna be doing this, not motherfucking almost 50.
Oh, we can keep it a bean. Let's keep it clean, man.
That's
commercializing blood culture to make millions of dollars and not being regretful for it, knowing that it also you also commercialized a lot of violence.
Yeah.
Let's be specific too on it though, because they did highlight him commercializing it in that region, because it wasn't necessarily that we weren't aware of gang culture, because we're obviously all looking at the West Coast. He highlighted that he popularized it in that region, so the New York area, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the same, because we were aware of Crips and Bloods. Obviously, we're aware of gang culture that had been prominent throughout the 90s of what you've seen with the Snoops and everybody else that came out, even for Pac having that whole West Coast situation. He did specify New York.
I think the growth and maturity that Ed was talking about would be to understand and have the conversation of like, I may have popularized this, and I understand that came with a lot of ills. Yes. You know what I mean? That came with a lot of negativity attached to it. So while I was just living my life doing what I was doing, I'm not saying this is a way to be for nobody else, because what come with it is is jail time for folks, it's death for a lot of folks, it's pain for a lot of folks. To overlook that, to be like, yo, I made millions.
And the thing is, to liken yourself to Snoop Dogg too, in it. That's like, he did a lot of like, I'm with you. Capo was capping. He did a lot of shit in that interview that was just off-putting. He likened himself to Snoop Dogg. Oh, I'm doing what Snoop was doing for the West. Excuse me?
Yeah, like, I don't even know if Snoop's vision was to bring Crip into the world for the West. You know what I mean? Like,
because
he was just Snoop was a nigga.
That's just nasty work. Yeah, that's nasty work.
Because we can do a breakdown on it. We can't be honest with it. What the origins of gang culture was supposed to be is if he was highlighting that, I think I might be on board, because that was the origin of what that, before it was labeled as a gang, it was supposed to be more so community driven. It was supposed to be a representation of unity amongst people, amongst Black people specifically, right? The issue I have with him is when you are saying stuff, it's not illegal to be a gang member. Technically, that's true. Yeah. But if I look at your career and what you promote, it doesn't highlight what that community was supposed to be. You are making millions off of bragging about criminal gang-like activities for you to then turn around and try to be like, nah, man, I just made it popular. And then putting yourself in conversations. Because like you said, you've been known to the masses for loving hip hop. Mm-hmm. And if you were to look at current gang culture, that's not none of the culture that they would be necessarily proud of. And it's crazy too, because in these most recent years, this has been the best raps that we've ever seen from Jimmy. If you cared about Jimmy.
Best. Like wasted talent. El Capo, yep. His best raps.
He went from being arguably one of the worst in Dipset when it came to rapping to possibly being the best rapper out of all of them right now in current day. And then you say stupid shit like this. So when the love and hip hop checks ain't coming in, because that's how it feels, bro. It's like, what are you trying to play off now? You were just punching on Freddie Gibbs like less than 2 years ago. You were just in the media you just sent a shot at Cam. And while those may not be necessarily gang affiliate, even touching back on what Ed was saying, you disowned them, but y'all weren't disowning them when you were making the money with them. If you're going to represent a culture, you're going to represent Bloods, and it's supposed to be originally about community, even if it translated into gang-like activity, you knew that little boy right there was not a gangster. You kept manipulating him for that money. You kept manipulating him. So now you can't turn around and be like, oh, I disowned him while I brought all this to the culture. You got to wear that responsibility specifically. If you're going to say I'm the one that's being the snoop of the East Coast, then you have to wear that. Yeah. You don't get to disown them. There's other ones that might, but they weren't on your level. As you said, you got to wear that. Yeah, I'm with you. Capo, Cappin, Big Cap, Gilly Cap. Huge, man. He got a Cam Newton cap on right now, bro.
And that's why I'm really with a bunch of, that's why I'm calling him a bozo, because this, honestly, it's not even really just that, but it's really a culmination of shit. Because for real, Jim Jones is at the old corny crash out stage of his life right now. Like, we got to keep it clean, because I'm a fan of the man. Chrissy's long gone. She finally left this nigga now, finally, about 2 years, like in the last year and a half. She's the girl that he kept just the love of hip hop checks with. She kicked him to the curb finally. Cam and them finally said, bro, we don't fuck with Jim. He the one that keep coming out saying, I love Cam, I love Jewels. They don't care about Jimmy. Jimmy's out here crashing and burning right now. He don't know what to do. And so, oh yeah, he pop out as a blood now because he looking for a friend.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Jim, look, man, being a 40, 50-year-old man pulling up to the hood, the motherland,
Suwu Bergen gang,
with the, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you see me, you see where I'm at with the wood. Like, and not to big up Jay-Z, but I don't be in the project hallways talking about how I be in the projects all day has stuck with me my whole life. Like, at a certain point, you too old for this shit, man. Go sit down, like, just go be an entertainer or something, you know, because that's what you do. You entertain, but like, be an entertainer. Let's not merge the street shit with the entertainment shit. And we 50, bro. Like
Jimmy would be the perfect rap comedian. He would be the greatest rap comedian, bro.
All of them could. And that's why I rock with the Cam move, because it's like Cam moved into a different space and used his same talent of entertainment and branched off. It's like we are seeing a lot of that in hip hop right now with people getting older. It's like the same as in sports. It's like folks move into the media aspect. It's like, okay, cool. Folks figure out they play, figure out they move, and they find a way to get into it. I think Trick Daddy had a cooking show.
Yeah.
I think so.
You know what I mean? So it's like at a certain point, bro, you got to get off of this bullshit, man. We're not like, dog. My dad is a grown man. We're not gangbanging anymore, bro.
Yeah.
This is over with, bro. If you want to gangbang, you have to leave my home. Like, you have to get away from me.
Because why it makes him a bozo, and here's why I want to separate him and then actually touch on the culture. Hey, Jim, and your current relevance right now is them bringing you back up twerking in the camera on video. That's your current relevance to the culture. They got gifs, whatever you want to call it, of you twerking in the background, and that's your claim to fame right now. As you try to shoot at your man's that's made his own successful podcast, as you continuously stayed in the back of irrelevance in the verses when it became you versus the Locks. Nobody cared, unfortunately, about you. You weren't the star of that show. You weren't.
Jim Jones got 2 records. You got 2 records. He got 2 records.
Got 2 records. Okay, so cool. So when we get into it, especially after most recent events that we've seen, especially after we are looking at the many deaths that we had that had some type of gang violence that are associated to the hip hop culture, that are associated to just the gang violence in general, for you to say that doofy statement is wild. Where now we're in the era of being more productive, even for those that are affiliated. Like you said, Trick Daddy got a cooking show. We seen Snoop been transition. Snoop still will shout out a set and still be doing something with Martha Stewart at the same time. With
Snoop was at the Olympics.
At the Olympics. So when you talking about you popularize gang culture, what specifically did you popularize? While we see other examples that are still trying to be a part of it, even all the way down to the newer era of the Kendrick Lamar, bringing everybody out on stage, representing unity, and then making it more so back to the original ties of community in the first place. You want to tell me, a person that most people don't even readily recognize, when they think Dipset, you are not the first person. So for you to say you popularize it, I'm not saying whether that's true or false. I didn't grow up in New York. I'm not saying to take that away, but even within your own set, there's names that are more popular than you and have been more popular than you for a extensive period of time. You have represented violence, and that brings the unfortunate eyes to it. It's not illegal. It's not a criminal activity to be a gang member, my guy. We know that, but that's what you promote, and that's where the problem is. I understand, man. Cappin. We have to get back to that portion of dictating what the community is going to represent, and we've seen those that have been doing it. And truthfully, I'm tired of losing those, whether it be to a RICO case all the way to them being transitioned on from the current life that we live in. Man, I hate that.
Rest in peace.
I wish Charlamagne would have Charlamagne in that moment. That's the time I needed Charlamagne to Charlamagne, bro.
Oh yeah,
Charlamagne ain't Charlamagne in a while, bro. Charlamagne been.
Hey,
yeah.
No, that's not true. That's not true. He did old girl that was suing Lyft.
He brought her the chair. He brought her the couch.
The couch.
Brought her the sectional.
That's not Charlamagne though.
No. Because remember, she in
that
that
was
same interview where she was like, he said,
yeah, you feel me? That was accommodation. You know
nah, because she said something like, she was talking, and she was like, yeah, you know, they trying to act like, you know, I don't be doing this and that, and I don't be eating or something. He's like, you don't be eating, and she goes, no, I be eating. He's like, yeah, I was about to say, yeah. No, Charlamagne in that interview, he said. In that same interview, he told old girl, he said, hey, so because she's a rapper too, if you were in the 1v20, did you be the one or would you be the 20? Yeah, man. Nah, Charlamagne's still in that bag. He's still in that bag, bro.
We needed you right there, Charlamagne.
We needed you right there.
One or the 20.
We need you right there. So now,
hold on, before we interject real fast, because it's one last thing about Jimmy that was in that interview he said, and y'all both made light of it. Now, Nick, how many hits you said he had?
2.
Cool. He was talking about the verses. In that interview, that man said that he wanted to line it up with 50.
Why? Why would you do that?
All right, I called you a bozo.
Yourself?
Jimmy, you are a goddamn liar.
Jim was wild.
His last hit, I was in middle school. Like, and I'm telling y'all, I fuck with Jimmy on a street, like on rap shit. Your last hit, I was in, I think, the 7th grade, nigga. Balling.
Pop
I was in middle
champagne.
school.
Pop champagne.
I was a freshman in high school. Like, all right, let's go 2 or
Yeah,
3
that's
years.
what I'm
Like,
saying though. But like, yeah, I don't.
this is why you were
You
on Love
can't
and
line
Hip
it up
Hop.
with Styles P. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you
And the
sure you
crazy
want that
part is
smoke?
because when you listen to Pop Champagne today, it sounds so terrible.
Hey, nah,
You can't
we're not
listen
doing
to
that.
that.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're
I'm
not
You
doing
sorry,
can't.
that.
man.
We're not doing that. Pop champagne
It
go crazy.
sounds
Ether
it
boy, that
sounds
shit go
wicked
crazy.
No.
today.
Listen, man. How we ball in the club? I know you hate it. That shit go crazy. Are you
Mm-mm.
shitting me? That shit is crazy.
Let's do away with all rhyme brows.
They didn't even respect you enough to give you a solid video production, bro. It was
Hey, look, we gotta be honest. All the videos back then was bad. We gotta
man. That
all
one,
the videos back then was bad, bro.
Yeah,
That the
yeah.
mid 2000s, like if you go back and watch like them Young Money videos,
yeah,
they had them folks
They
in
were
in
bad.
front of the green screen or in front of just the one background. Like y'all all just get in front of this one background and rap. Like what's that video? The Eminem Lil Wayne Drop the World video. Terrible.
yeah.
Oh, I can't remember it. Damn it, I can't remember that video.
They just got them back to back in front of the green screen.
Oh God. Because I was gonna say honestly, the first video I could think of from like Young Money that was kind of interesting was the Got Money video. No, not Got Money. Was it Got Money or was it Millie? Because Millie, he was walking
video
to
was
do.
dope.
He was walking to the Do Got Money. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Like that was like one of the dopest videos from that era. Like
go
the
back and
Wayne
watch
era.
some of them videos, man. You gonna see
that makes me have appreciation for those, even when you first getting started and you may not have the budget that a major artist does. For the ones that doing the videos in front of the gas station or doing it, on the block and stuff, I appreciate those because like, man, you standing in front of the green screen with CGI going in the background, telling me how you gonna shoot somebody. It's just a hilarious play in my mind.
It's so funny.
Like, bro,
hilarious play,
it's
man.
a Lil Wayne and Rick Ross video that if you just go back and watch it, you can tell the budget was not.
Which one, John?
Nah, it's not that one. I don't think it's that one. It's earlier.
Where was that? John did look crazy.
It's an earlier video. It's the
wait. Is it the
one
where
he was like, "No, sir."
Yes, I was gonna say
that joint.
That one was bad.
Go back and watch that video, bro. Like you can tell what the budget was not. You can just go see what was going on.
Yeah, videos were definitely terrible back then.
So man, I want to make sure when we move on from this, hey, this isn't about Jimmy. This isn't about Jimmy. This is more so about what the community is. Like I don't even think New York and the current state of what they're in after losing certain people. Like we're watching the Taxstones, we're watching the Casanovas, we're watching all these people in that area. We lost Pop Smoke. I don't even truly believe, me even not being from there, that they're in that message that you're talking about of promoting it in that way. Because the ones that are actually outside doing that aren't running around on these type of interviews like you are. The ones that are actually outside moving in that manner that you're trying to stay in the criminal side aren't doing that. And the ones that we see in the community don't care about you.
They kind of are though.
I was
on Adam 22.
In this day and age, they are.
And on Adam 22, they definitely are. You know who? You know who?
The irrelevant person that is a cancer to the culture himself.
Yeah,
they want to be
irrelevant to us.
Exactly.
If
He's
they're
irrelevant
getting
to us.
Check, that's something different. And we all also understand when it comes to them and the other dude that we already know are vultures. We know when people are going over there, you're either trying to capitalize really quick or you have to wear that stain of being associated with him in the first place. Them aren't the people I'm speaking to. I understand there's a crowd that listens to him, but they aren't the people that I'm speaking to in this moment.
They all roll in the same. It's like Jim Jones is on the Breakfast Club with that because he's Jim Jones, right? But the younger dude that's gonna go do that can't get a Breakfast Club look yet is gonna go to the Adam 22 to Say Cheese TV to, you know what I mean? Like
Vlad, if he'll take
Vlad's, you know what I mean? Like we have these outlets for folks to push this rhetoric this way. We gotta be more just serious and intentional about actually not giving those platforms, like, because I think it's over to be like, oh, we got to shut these platforms down. They're not going nowhere. They make too much money,
right?
But it's on us to be like, yo, if that's what you pushing over there, we're looking over here. We're not even gonna look towards that bullshit that you're talking about, and that's the way it's gonna have to slow phase them motherfuckers out, because otherwise, trying to like shame them through it it's not gonna work, and it's only gonna give them more publicity in the first place.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that. All right. Got a mid-part question for y'all. We disrupting the flow. Random. Just want y'all, since your minds are already working, you got a couple in the car.
What we doing, man? What we doing, Ray?
In the car. They rolling. They decide they just gonna end it together. They determine they're gonna jump off a cliff. They get up there.
In their lives, not in the relationship. In their
They're
lives.
gonna end it together.
Okay.
They're gonna jump off a cliff. They get up there. They say we count down from 3, 2, 1. One jumps, the other doesn't. But the one that jumped pulls a parachute. Who's more at fault?
The person that's more at fault. Oh,
who's more at fault?
I'm gonna say the parachute because that's me. That's why I knew where you was going. I'm the nigga with the parachute.
You nigga.
I'm a come clean. You wrong as hell for the parachute. That I'm gonna say the parachute more. Cause if I didn't jump, I kept it clean. Like if I didn't jump, I told you. I know I lied, but I didn't jump.
But
you would have killed me.
You knew you weren't going to jump. We're doing the count.
I wasn't going to jump. You knew you had a parachute though.
But you knew you. So when we doing 3, 2, 1, you knew you weren't going to jump. Who's more wrong?
Exactly.
You wrong because if I do jump, you still have a parachute.
But you didn't jump.
Exactly. So I would have been dead if I did, but because you kept me down and jumped with a parachute, now you still alive to kick it. Cool. But you still wrong for that. Because I could have died. I could have died, brother.
What if I didn't have a parachute?
You did. But you did.
But you stopped.
But you did.
But you stopped.
If you got the parachute, that means you were planning it. You were planning it.
It's too premeditated. If we rolling in the whip, we both come to this conclusion. It's like, all right, I'm going to jump. I might even think you on bullshit that you not really finna jump. And once you jump, it's like, oh shit. Nigga might have thought about jumping. Might have been up there like, oh damn, this nigga really jumped. Let me go ahead and parachute.
But you did the countdown. You should. So even in what you just said, we did a countdown. And you talking about, oh, this nigga just jumped. So you watch me go 3, 2, 1.
Like, think about it. You watch me go.
The decision, bro.
I'm still rolling with the parachute is wrong, bro. You was too premeditated in that. You capped me down.
But
you, you set the whole play up for the cap. We not even go. You not even finna die.
You ain't either.
We don't know that.
Like that's what. Think about it.
But people, what I'm saying though. People, what I'm saying. If I'm in the whip, if we in the whip, and it's like, yo, it's a dub. We finna get up out of here. And I know for a fact in that moment, I already have a safe fail for when I jump off of this joint. I'm already setting you up for the cap. Anything like all you could be thinking is, damn, I'm really finna. Yeah, it's over with. I didn't play it on all of that emotion to finally get to the cliff. All right, bro. 3, 2, 1. I got buyer's remorse. I actually don't want to kill myself. And whoa, neither did you. Hold on, fam. What we doing?
Hey man. Look here. When you jump, if you got that parachute, you still have the decision to save yourself until you hit that motherfucking ground. That's what the parachute is for.
And the fact that you did, and you didn't tell me.
What if I get 75% all the way down? You know what? Hey, the parachute ain't gonna save me as much because it's too late, but it's gonna soften the blow. So here we go. If you ain't got the parachute, you've already agreed. If I jump off, I'm done.
Right.
I ain't fully agreed to be done when I jump off. The parachute is giving me the decision still.
But you did in that car. In the car.
No, that car was 50-50 still.
No.
My next question would be, who's more justified in being pissed off? If you gliding on the parachute and you look back and that nigga's still there, or you the one at the top?
If you on a parachute, I'm on that cliff losing my mind. Are you crazy?
Check it out though, because this is how I'm looking at it, right? Y'all on a cliff, y'all get out the car. y'all gotta run and jump. If you're not, that means you stopping yourself from the jump. You literally slide in the rocks while I'm over here jumping over, bro. You
Nah,
have some thought in this
we
shit.
could have said we could be standing.
Do you realize
Add the
how?
whole context to it, because
That's why
it doesn't
I'm
matter
rolling.
which way. It doesn't matter if you standing at the top and you do a countdown or you sprint it up. Either way, you knew you weren't gonna do it, bro.
And that's what for me,
So
like,
did you? You have a parachute. You
hold
have a
on, hey
parachute.
You
man,
thought it was a backpack. That's not your business.
bro, you
You
weren't thinking right.
capped me down, bro. I'm not rolling with that. You was capping.
Like that's my thing, because I'm visioning the nigga running and stopping himself and stuffing his shoes in the rocks trying
I'm
not to
envisioning
fall,
nigga
and I
jumping
done
off.
tumbled over.
They done jumped off that cliff, looked back, seen they was by themselves, and pulled the joint.
Coming back up like Inspector Gadget, goddamn me.
They jump off and was like, "Oh, word."
Okay, so I'm glad y'all had different answers. Nick said he not jumping. Ev, you say you got the parachute.
I got a parachute.
So you got the parachute, right?
Imagine
and
that
your girl did this to you. Nick, you stood there, your girl jumped off with a parachute. Now y'all got to walk back to the car. What's the first thing said once y'all hop in the whip, bro? What's the first thing you said?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy thing, bro.
Welcome back.
Like, bro, it's kind of crazy to think about that though. Like, you got one nigga on the ground that didn't jump, and then the one nigga in the air. So it's kind of like y'all both like,
we both capped it down. We both capped each other down. Hey, welcome back. We back rolling.
The way I look at it is, y'all have to be together for life now.
Come
on. We both just lied about ending it. We gotta rock out now.
They're like, all right, well, we both obviously really want this.
Yeah, you don't want to leave me alone.
Because I know my petty ass. I'd be in there like, couldn't die without me, huh? you needed me, is what you're saying, bro.
That's a good
you
point.
Needed me.
She gonna run back out that car.
Oh man. Oh shit, man. Nah, I wanted to throw in a mid-pod question just to see where y'all minds is at, bro.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Continuing on. And I hate to transition into something that has a little bit more of a somber mood, but is vague. We talk about it, and we're all for the protection of people. How did y'all feel about the list, the Epstein list rolling out?
I ain't care.
Yeah, not really.
Okay. I didn't find out nothing I didn't know, and a whole bunch of it was redacted. So I was like, what are we really doing here?
I think I couldn't even focus on the list. I got more caught up in, it's like, well, why now? Like, why didn't you do this when he first got hemmed up? Why didn't you do this when Ghislaine got hemmed up? You know, they pushed her narrative, and then she quietly got sentenced. I had to go back and research what actually happened to her. I didn't know she already caught her 20-year sentence. I had no idea about that. But then, you know, it made me feel uncomfortable with the wickedness of it. It's like, bro, y'all had put. I'm sure you have victim names, and I've seen different places say the redacted names were those that were possibly victims, and I've seen other places try to refute that. What are we being distracted from? Became my question. Because you didn't have no goal for it to be thrown out there. What are we being distracted from?
A genocide.
Yeah.
We are being distracted from the fact that we are literally planning to move all of them Palestinians out of Gaza to never return while we rebuild Gaza. We are witnessing a genocide through transfer and murder and displacement. And they dropping these files that we already knew what was in them. For what?
Yeah.
For what? Like Buddy was just up there at a meeting with BB talking about, yeah, man, we just gonna rebuild this joint, and why would they even want to come back? And we just gave them like $7 billion more. At the same time, he was just at a meeting with President Zelensky of Ukraine yesterday talking about we not giving y'all no more money. Y'all need to pay us back. Come on, we see what the play is.
In the words of Ray, I believe this is what you would call a misdirect. That's what this is. It's a misdirect.
It's a pivot.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw
something at you so you can be confused and not realize what's really in play here. And I would say, hold on, Ray, to go and because Nick said that is for because of Pat. I would honestly say this list was honestly just to kind of get our minds off of what the fuck Trump was doing with Ukraine yesterday, and just a little softening the blow of what's going on in this economy and just all the shit that him and Elon are doing.
Yeah,
that's a part of it.
Flooding us on with that too.
You just keep flooding us with BS to keep our minds cluttered and overwhelmed and overstimulated with other things, so we can't focus on this because again, that's this nigga in presidency is the biggest thing, and he's on the list.
They just cut Medicaid,
man. Because the crazy part was, man,
cut Medicaid like the other day. So it's like it's so much going on. There's so much in the planning that it's like we just gonna keep throwing all this at you in the media every day. Like, why are y'all doing this meeting in front of all of the press? When do we do this?
And we know there's political shows. We've seen that happen before where leaders have met together and then had discussions. The nuances were more or less probably ironed out before we got to the point where it's on camera. Because it was so hard for me not to get in that bag of you putting on this type of show because your name was on that list. And distracting us, even a distraction from the distraction, that type of shit. But being aware of what is happening, and I ask this because I love the platform that we're building. We already came together as a people after the election results and said, bet, cool, that's what y'all doing. Say less. We over here, solid, right? And so when we're talking about this type of stuff, is already from the aspect of we know y'all been doing crazy shit. We've been aware of certain crazy shit. And now I can even admit, once we kind of did a monolithic thing of coming together and saying, bet, it feels like we all kind of sitting back and saying, now y'all eating yourselves over here. Y'all punching y'all's faces in. And at the end of the day, I'm still seeing that highlight because I looked at that list and stuff. And then in the midst of that list, I'm scrolling and it's still, well, how come black people haven't helped us over here? Your lane isn't this one. Why you keep coming over here, bro?
Yeah.
Because it looked like that list didn't have anybody that looked like me. And now you feel that, no. Right back over there.
I was waiting on Jay-Z to be on that list, and he was not there.
They were taking bets. He was the name on there, you know?
They had Obama on the list. Both. They were looking for Obama to be on the list. I remember when they were speculating. And to be clear, because I genuinely don't believe, even if I was to heavily focus on it, I don't think this is a complete list. I don't. I think, and that's why it bothers me when you release it, because I feel like what was really there versus what might have been covered up in the time frame by the time you let it go, who made what move and who made what agreement, is completely different. But if we going off of what you presented in front of me, it don't look like you had a lot of us to buy into. So as we eat this popcorn and we watch y'all do this buffoonery, and what Nick said, you do have a clear genocide going on. When we looking at what the military play is and understanding why Ukraine is so important, but you having to bully people like that. But it is something that does need to be at least kind of spoken about to an extent.
Oh yeah.
The way they trying to finesse Ukraine out of these minerals and these rare earths is so crazy, bro. Like they want access to these minerals for the 500 billion that we gave them off top. Like we need access to that in that amount for repayment. On top of, we gonna make a trust that all the revenue y'all get from those same resources, y'all gonna put 50% into the trust, and we'll just, help y'all develop y'all's natural resource plan from there, right? With no security though.
No.
Yep.
Like, what we doing, bro? What we doing? What are we doing? That's what y'all witnessed yesterday was an attempted strong arm.
Yeah.
And shout out to the President Zelensky for not rolling with that shit. That was some
Trump was trying to big boy dog. And
Trying to
that
real
was
deal big boy that man.
that was
Like, what are you
ugh.
talking about, bro? We talking about, and let's just keep on. Let's keep it clean. My entire life, Russia has been the ops. My whole life, Russia has been our ops. Number one op. We do not fuck with these folks. How did we get here?
One man. And this is before he was even the president. He was already doing side shit over. Oh, that's my dog, man. What you mean? That's my man. What y'all talking about?
I ain't never think I was gonna see the day where the president of the United States was sitting up there saying, "Yeah, man, the dictator of Russia went through a lot with me."
Yeah,
Man. This is we in uncharted times, man.
Very scary where we're heading.
It's very crazy right now,
man. Oh man. Okay, so do y'all have a prediction of where this might go?
Honestly, I'm be honest, man. I don't, because I feel like I didn't predict that we could get to here.
I don't want to doomsday us out,
and that's why I like.
I don't know. Doomsday us out, but the only place I see it going is there.
The only what I can put it in is biblical terms. Is nigga, this is Revelations, nigga. That's just all I can do, and I don't want to go there.
No, I don't want to doomsday us out.
Go.
It's like, bro, we talking about too many world powers at play. We talking about access to natural resources. We talking about trade wars with countries that have more access to those resources and run those supply chains. It's a lot that they trying to get done, and the way that they going to, like, we looking at Buddy damn near cook all of our international relations at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it goes from there as far as like once you do cook them, but I don't see it going anywhere good.
You're gonna be all by yourself, and then to regain those allies, you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is. Then, and I mean, you've been giving it away freely anyway. Now having to do about force to get think about it, it's gonna have to now be an even more transactional relationship after it is destroyed as much as it will be, to where, hey, we need the same way you trying the big boy Zelensky, they're gonna do you, or they're gonna do the next regime that's trying to fix it. And that's where it's scary.
I will say this, man. In the motion of us kind of banding together inadvertently post the election, I'm not bought into the fear mongering right now, and because it's two things on it. One, we knew this was going to happen. We knew that some type of show was going to be put on, whether it's real or not. We have to wait and see how it happens. We've been here before with this particular president, and we saw what the first 90 days looked like. A lot of stuff being thrown at the wall. What sticks? We have to wait and see that play come out. I say all that to say is, like, not saying that it's not going to be bad, not saying that it's not going to be good. However, I'm proud to say I've seen a collection of us saying, man, but I want to make sure my people are good. That's all I care about. I want to make sure my people are good. And I understand that, because we have had many different opinions on what it should be when we represent our people and whatever the case may be. But I'm seeing a lot more people at peace with themselves, more specifically. And that peace with themselves has been enough to at least continuously show and spread love in the midst of a lot of what's going on. There's a lot of people that are quick to jump on and ready to shoot down and do whatever the case may be. But in the meantime, I've been seeing a good amount of community, even in real life. When you go outside and touch grass, that's even starting to permeate a little bit into the internet world that people are so heavily invested in. Whether people choose to participate in it, most of the times that's not us. I've been seeing a lot of us spread a lot of love and awareness, man. And so I understand the severity of what it looked like. I understand the ignorance of what he clearly displayed. And my prayers will always be with the Palestinian people. But I'm seeing love, and I don't want that to be lost in the translation. I've been seeing a lot of love from the community.
Oh yeah, man. And I would say I personally think in times like these, man, that's what you need the most to get through it and to make sure you have somebody to make sure you're going by it. You got to double down on love, compassion, community. I think that's why we talk about those things, that all those moments is that the community building is the necessary thing to grow forward. Hell, when we think about our old times, when did they community build and grow? When they were fighting to work together because the odds were so strong against us. And I ain't even saying on just us black folks, niggas, all that, but it's even with right now, the office is opposition. We got to be real. We got to be real. It's opposition. Yep. So everybody gotta kind of double and triple down on, and we say love, but it's just generosity, kindness, compassion, empathy. It's just you got to kind of double down on that, because now is the times where if you don't have it with what's going on, this is the time where people are crashing out. And I'm not even saying crashing out of like doing something that's going to get you in jail. I'm saying crashing out mentally, just because it's so much at stake. Yeah. And it's like, this is the time you need that.
That's kind of where I wanted to push back slightly on what Ray was, or just the sentiment where Ray was saying as far as black people kind of seeing the election results and being like, yeah, we gonna kick it. We can't afford to do that. We cannot afford to sit back.
I don't think we kicked it. I don't think
we kicked it. No. I'm not saying. I'm saying like the idea of like, well, I voted, I did my part, y'all deal with it. We all still have to deal with it. Like regardless of who voted not regardless of who voted where, because who voted where will tell you who you need to build community with. But going from there, we don't have the luxury. We cannot afford to check out. Cannot afford to sit back, or cannot afford to be like, you know what, I did my part, y'all gonna have to fix this shit. The work is still there to be done. Granted, we ain't gonna get thanked for the shit. Stop looking for thank yous. Just do the work to get to a better position in life. Like not in life as far as like, oh well, I'm unaffected by these ills. To a better position in life to where these ills are less in mass and not affecting so many people. We need to try to dwindle that shit down rather than try to, earn our way out of poverty to where it's like, oh, I can be unaffected by it and not have to deal with it no more. No, let's try to eliminate the poverty. Let's try to actually feed some little folks. You know what I'm
saying? Because if that was a possible interpretation for anybody that's listening, that's not what I'm saying at all. Because I also want to buy in and highlight the fact that I have not seen a lot of people check out, but I have seen a natural inclination to already check in more than what we have been doing. And it's not to ignore what has been playing out. What has inadvertently happened was us as a community have been already doing the check-ins, but the check-in has become more prominent and definitely more noticeable. So I don't want that to be shrouded in what's going on. The inadvertent results of the election when it comes to the other communities outside of ours is the enemy of our enemy has become our friends. Right. And that now, so while we're seeing the people that didn't vote for him or the people that did vote for him joining up, realizing it was a cook. People already knew it. People are just now catching up. And so now you see that motion going on at the same time. At least specifically with us, it's been a buy-in to we're continuously building. And in the efforts of us building, just like you said, we're not looking for thank yous. And so I want to highlight them portions too. We're not sitting here looking for thank yous anymore. That buy-in to the community has just inadvertently happened in a monolithic effort as we continue to be our own people and other people are joining that wave. What those results are, we'll see. But in the midst of the buffoonery and the tragedies that are happening, I do want to give a highlight to we've seen a camaraderie that's been forming.
Yeah,
and things starting to merge together, man.
And I want to build to that too. For the folks that did vote for him, that's figuring out that it was all some cap, all some bullshit, and it's coming around to that realization. And for the folks that didn't vote for him and already had that realization, as tough as it may be, those are the people you can build with.
Yep.
Those are the people that's that's getting an understanding of the play. And if you go back through history, you go back, look up your rainbow coalitions, that was working, building coalition between the Black Panthers and different parties around where they was working to figure out, hey, we don't all have to be at the same protest together, but if it's anywhere where I can do something that'll benefit you and you can do something to benefit me, we'll be at that together. Outside of that, y'all focus on what y'all got going on and we're going to figure out what we got going on. But this moment right now where the same folks that voted for bruh and the same folks that didn't vote for bruh are all figuring out, or the folks that didn't vote for bruh are figuring out that it's cap, and the folks that did already know can bridge that further. Don't use that moment to be like, I told you, motherfucker, because all of the shit that's going to come from it, you still going to have to deal with.
Yep. Because in the meantime, barring a dude passing away, we still got a lot of years left under him.
Oh, for sure.
We're
just getting started.
Got a lot of years left under him, and the I told you so. The I told you so is already naturally playing out, and I know a lot of people that are invested or have invested into fighting that battle to prevent this situation from happening in the first place. Right. And it's hard not to. And it's hard for me to even say you don't have the right to say that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's hard to even say that because I don't even know if I fully believe in that ideal. It's not me. That's not the person that I am, because I don't think you win, but to carry that energy and try to run with it for the long term is not going to be beneficial. If you have people that are in the transition period, then you take advantage of those people that are, that sounded great. You take advantage of the opportunity to build with those that are in that transition period, bro. Because you had, hell man, he came in January. We already wrapped up February. We're just getting started with March. You had about 60 days to fire off the I told you so.
Yeah, like at this point, it's time to get to work. We got to get to work now, bro.
Yeah,
like we see what's going on. The shit is hitting the fan. Planes falling out the sky. Let's figure out how we can navigate through.
It's fucking crazy.
Come on, man.
It's just wicked.
Man. Them folks fired nuclear. Folks fired the nuclear team and said, "Oh wait, we need y'all."
Like it's just nasty. Jobs in peril all over the place. Think about it. Jobs in the government are all in peril because of that same. The people that man needs, and it's everything is shaky, every single thing. So that's why it's work with who you need to work with, community build, because now is the time, and for us, it's always, we look at within first. We look for ourselves first. We protect ourselves first. But now it's a true time where everybody, dog.
Know your neighbors, man. Go figure out who your neighbors is, and go figure out what they may need. Go let them know what you may need, bro. The individuality.
And I don't even want to. When I'm asking this, I don't even want to like make it too much of a like a heavy deep dive. But I guess. In that transition from kid to adult. And when you move around, like if you get out the house and you move, whether you go straight into the workforce or you go into college and whatever the case may be, people dead ass don't know their next door neighbor. Like that's so wild to me. In essence, man, I tried to introduce myself I tried to introduce myself to a neighbor one time and just say what's up. It's like, yo, man, you live next door, bro. You would have thought he thought I was trying to rob him.
That's the transition. It's like we from when we was kids and like when our parents was kids and all of that, the concerted effort, everything was a lot more close knit because the resources were a lot less. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we kind of had to rely on one another to make this whole thing work. So it's like, yeah, I know the lady down the street. She watch kids. Y'all can go to her house when y'all get out of school until I get home from work. So y'all not just up and doing whatever. I know the girl down the street that do hair type shit. If she gonna be at the house all day, y'all might go kick it over there. Or hey, if y'all hungry, whoop de whoop, you can go over here to go get some food. Like that sentiment, that unity. Once folks really got into like corporate America and really started moving through the middle class, Folks was like, yeah, I got me, I got mine. That's all I'm worried about. That's all I can't worry about. And that's what folks worried about. And us, our generation, being childish and goofy and not taking shit serious, we completely bought into the fuck those kids narrative. And here we are. Like, I don't know how often you can run around with the fuck those kids narrative and not look at the state of the kid. Like, if you look at the state of the fuck those kids narrative, and then you look at all of the educators in school telling us how the kids is behaving and turning us, like, there's clearly a connection here that we can makes like we can fix this and bridge this gap. But everybody rather have somebody else deal with it rather than you be the one to open up your house for them kids, or I ain't dealing with that shit. It ain't my motherfucking kids.
And I think a part of it too is, I'll be honest too, when we think about that community is adaptation. Like, let's be real. Us as kids, we didn't know why the lady down the street was watching the kids. She was probably watching the kids because she was disabled. So she was adapting to the neighborhood. She was the neighborhood woman who, hey, I can take all the kids because I have the means to now, because she adapted to what was going on. Like, and now the adaptation to the 21st century, let's be real, was entrepreneurship. Like, we were adapting of the 90s of working factory jobs, of the money was money in expressing everything. Society turned us into, oh no, you got to get it on your own. Be an entrepreneur. Go create this business. Go create this. Go do that. And then now you have it where, well, if I'm the one trying to go get it and be it, because to be an entrepreneur, I still have to have my job too, which is already taking me out the home or less with the kids, with the family. Now I need to be an entrepreneur as well. So now it's like you got people trying to do double the work while society is going further. Actually, see, God damn it, Ray, you made a point. You really know what else happened? The 2008 stock market crash, the housing crash, like all shit. It all played a part because once, can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because once that happened, you now had everybody was fucked. Like all art, because you have to think we were 14, 15 around that time. That was the first time when that generation of college kids and those adults and our older adults, our parents and shit, that was the real first struggle that happened after 9/11. And this struggle was affecting pockets completely. Everybody getting laid off, everybody getting stopped. You gotta say fuck them kids. Because if you don't say fuck them kids, you're gonna kill them because they're gonna starve.
Yeah.
And that's the craziest turn. Like, and that's why I say it's one of those things, like, society created this. Like, I don't think it was a person thing of we turned of fuck the community, fuck the kid. I think society and what capitalism was doing in certain ways forced it to be like that. And it's very unfortunate. And then you want to say, oh, well, how can you fix it? It's one of them situations where it's too late because capitalism continues to just get stronger and stronger. And then you just throw in every other major disaster that happens, and it's where you can never get back to that common ground because you have us growing up through it now. Because you got the kids who grew up through the stock market crash. And it's like, oh, well, I had to see my parents do X, Y, and Z. So now I saw that trauma on them of something when they were completely financially capable, but now they just lost it all. So now I'm seeing this as 14, and then you got to go forward of how do I grow out of that and not be that? And then you're now instilling your kids, because guess what? To not be that, I got to be the loner. I got to get that bag. I got to out earn my way out of poverty now, literally, because it's not even poverty. You fighting society. You're not fighting just poverty now. What if another fucking crash come that sends me back into poverty?
Yeah, you trying to set yourself up to not. But that's what I was saying, as far as like trying to set yourself up to be unaffected by the ills of society and the poverty and all of that type of shit. It's like you trying to get so much bread that you can protect yourself and your family, and actually I understand it, but in actuality it's like, dog, that's not gonna fix the problem at
It's
large.
and that's the thing. It's a thing where that's
kind of where I leave that one.
It's a personal game, but a communal dis game.
A communal disadvantage. Like you didn't help you just helped you and your folks, and that's great for y'all. But what does that say for the 17 other families that came from your neighborhood? Like,
and see, and I want that to be a challenge too, because a challenge for people of even if you move into a different area, right, and just going around and more so keeping it in a graspable or more graspable real time. I know that's not a word. Post COVID, that COVID really threw off the idea of community too, because now it's to the point it's like, bro, I don't even want to touch somebody. I don't even, I only want to be around those that I can trust, and whatever the case may be, man. I'll admit it is like I may not have to worry about it right now, but up until my fear of getting on a plane and they correct whatever the fuck is happening in this moment in the airport, I still wear a mask. I still do. I don't know how to be back in a crowd like that no more. And I have that personality that adapts to crowds very easily. I don't know how to be in that little area and then just like not judge people. I gotta wear sunglasses just to make sure, because I know my eyes is looking around, bro. I done seen you sneeze one too many times. I don't like that, right? You feel me? So when I think of that, I put that challenge out there because post-COVID, a lot of people went to remote work as well. So your interactions with people was strictly some type of telecommunication. So outside of you doing your absolute necessities or just the direct need or want, you going to the grocery store, picking up you might be picking up your kids, you might be picking up your spouse, and y'all go back home. Other than that, the gym, for most people, right? You might go to the gym. The idea of even getting outside to go over there to a community event seems different now, because trying to get that buy-in and stuff. So that challenge just goes into, man, maybe it may not be your next door neighbor and stuff like that, but I know for y'all listening, we talked about this in the group chat, bro. Just that challenge of, man, call a friend. At least once a week, call a friend, and not the same one that you talk to every day, because y'all already got a relationship. So y'all may not have to worry about a missed call here and there, but go through those people that when they cross your mind, it's like, oh man, I wonder how so-and-so is doing. Don't wonder. Find out. Call that friend, bro. Right. See what's going on, and then get yourself more comfortable with possibly being able to make new friends, man. I had someone close to me say something that was crazy in my mind, and it made sense for her to say it, and I understood where she was coming from. But she had made the comment of, yeah, at this age, I'm not out here to make more friends. And I was like, that's why. So you're just done?
Just done.
So they try to be nice, and they try to get to know you. Go, nah, I'm at my cap. Roster's full. Keep it pushing. And I know that mindset does exist for people, especially once you get tied in the family, especially once you go heavy with your significant other, and it's been a while, right? So y'all are each other's friends. And y'all, whatever friends that she has, you might have, and then whatever friends you got, she friends with them, and then that's the community. But it shouldn't. It shouldn't necessarily stop there, bro. I challenge people to try to get outside a little bit more, try to break that mold, because we done got buried in the internet. Go touch grass.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro, go outside.
Go touch grass, dog. Go touch grass. Man, I think my vision is I would love to see where kids can actually go back outside and us not all be paranoid, where you drove down the street, you trying to get home, and then, oh man, there's 12 bikes in the yard. Man, that's what's up. They having a good old time, man.
Oh definitely.
This when I sound old, bro. I be sitting in the window sometimes, or I be sitting outside on the front porch, and I be like, damn, these motherfuckers driving through this neighborhood fast. And I realized, because no kids playing outside. Nobody even have caution no more, bro. They don't even put speed bumps.
That's one thing I do rock with in this neighborhood. The kids be outside where I live. So it's like you do got to drive 10 miles an hour out this joint, because one of them little fools will run out in the street on you. Like,
man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Man, I'm the school bus rolling by doing 30, bro.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
just tumbling.
You need to get that bus number and report them. That's
hey, man,
that's wild.
That's when I knew I started sounding old, bro. I was about to go steal my pops' glasses and throw them on, bro.
Ray out the window, like out the window in the blinds. What y'all doing?
Yeah, man, I'm washed, bro. I'm washed. But now we talking about childhood things, man. Someone asked me a question, and I didn't have an answer for it, and I haven't thought about it. So now we in real time. We all grew up watching cartoons. You conducting a bank heist. Who are 5 characters you running the gambit with that you know you getting away with it? 5 cartoon characters. And they specified it has to be Nick, Disney, or Cartoon Network. Because you can't go get no heroes and stuff like that. Okay. And I said fair. So they put parameters to it. 5 cartoon characters.
Bugs Bunny.
Dang. That was my first one too.
I'm going Bugs Bunny off top. That's me off top. We going to name the whole 5 or are we going one by one?
Name the 5.
Okay.
Who's your 5?
Shit. Okay. Bugs Bunny. Who was a little mischievous motherfucker? Damn, this is tough. That's tough. I don't know if I got a 5.
And I'm not gonna hold you. You wear glasses, so I have high expectations for you.
Oh hell.
Bugs Bunny, the dude with the glasses from Kim Possible, because we gonna need buddy. We gonna need buddy that got.
We need an IT guy.
We need the digital play.
Need an IT guy.
You feel me? Jorgen Von Strangle. We gonna need the muscle. Okay. We gonna need the muscle, and he got magic on his side. He can just poof us up out of there. You dig what I'm saying? We need that. Let me see. Do I got another 2? I want to say Jimmy Neutron, but it's like I don't know what his purpose was served. But he's smart, so he might.
That was gonna be mine. Gonna be one of mine.
I'm gonna let you. All right, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have Jimmy.
No.
I'm gonna let you rock. I don't know, but I got a 3. I got the muscle. I got a 3. I got the muscle. I got the IT guy, and I got the most. I got the most cunning, slick. You know what I'm saying, dude? I could think of in cartoon.
Bugs is the GOAT. I'm
GOAT. You feel me?
GOAT.
Yeah. GOAT. So I'm like,
for sure on mine because I had that one. That's the only one I had in my mind. I would say I had Bugs. I got Eddie from Ed, Edd n Eddy, bro.
Schemer.
Yeah, bro. I got Eddie from Ed, Edd n Eddy on the squad, bro. Number 4 from Kids Next Door. Anything, though. He
was on go. He was on go.
He willing to punch on anything. Sandy from SpongeBob.
All right, Sandy Cheeks.
Because she put together the devices. Old girl lives underwater as a land creature and has been surviving. She knows the devices, bro.
She know the whole blueprint to the bank.
And I like her because she also in the field, so she could do real live updates while doing the action at the same time, bro.
Hey, if you see how he just lied to us, say he ain't thought about this since, but he got a whole roster breakdown.
This guy.
I'm freestyling on top.
This guy here.
That's 4, and then for the 5th, damn, I need a game changer. Because I feel like every team, when you create teams, you need an X factor. Right. Yeah. And so I'm trying to think of my X factor. I'm gonna go with damn. Oh, what's my man's from what's my man's from Recess that was always the snitch?
That's you before my time.
Not Gus, but that ugly dude. Damn, what was his name?
He was ugly too. Was it Wendell? No, it wasn't.
I'm gonna look it up real fast. Recess cast.
Randall. That's what it was. Randall. That sounds crazy. I want to snitch on the team because he gonna be the one. I just need somebody to be distracted. Right. I'm not gonna tell you what the rest of the play is, but while you over here distracting the cops, I'm feeding you certain information that make you think you in the know because I know you going over there. You a distraction the entire time.
Ray is the only person I know
while we run the play
that will voluntarily put a snitch on his bank heist.
Voluntarily.
I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
I've never heard that.
Voluntarily, because I'm gonna pay you off. I'm gonna pay you off at the same time. I'm gonna implicate you and pay you off at the same time. So while you over here doing what you do like a little nerd, because there's always somebody. We seen all the heist movies. We seen all the heist cartoons. There's always somebody on the team. I'd rather employ you than you stab me in the back in the middle of the mission. That's the way I'm looking at it.
I get that.
That's fair.
I get that. I get that.
How many times have we seen the movie where everything was good to go, or we seen the cartoon, they solid, they mid mission, and then they start talking about the cheese, and then it's like, oh man, you brought it up, you about to get capped. Boom. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I might as well know up front. I know what you do. Bring you in.
Let me think. So I'm gonna go Jimmy, because Jimmy gonna be my brains. Because Jimmy got Goddard. Jimmy got Goddard.
You using the robot dog? You cheating?
That's a use. So I'm gonna go Jimmy Neutron one. It's one of them. See, my X Factor, I already know. My X Factor gonna be Tasmanian Devil. Y'all went Bugs Bunny. I'm going Tasmanian Devil. That's my X.
You might have to explain that,
bro. He's gonna go in and cause a world storm. He's gonna be our motherfucking deflection. He's on
your side.
No, that's the he's on our side just for that. Okay, he's gonna go in and he gonna cause that, bro. He gonna cause a storm in that motherfucker. So that's what Tasmanian Devil. That's it. And then so number 3, Darkwing Duck. Number 3. That's my shooter, dog. We're going in there. We're going in there, dog. Damn, I just had a 4th because my 4th was gonna be my muscle. I just had it and I forgot. But so far we got Jimmy, Tasmanian Devil, Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck gonna make it happen for me. I'm trying to think because I did want a strong. You know what? Johnny Bravo gonna be my muscle. He's gonna be my muscle. I'm gonna make Bravo my muscle because this thing is too. If we got a little honey dip off in there, he definitely gonna sweet talk her while doing this thing with the muscles.
Is he gonna get the play done, or is he gonna get slapped and cause attention to the whole?
That's what I'm saying. Is he gonna get distracted?
Well, you see, actually, no. That's what I'm gonna use though. He my muscle distractor. That is the distraction. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm using these people for my game to get what I gotta go. I might cut them out of this. I'm just using their abilities.
Y'all thought it was crazy. I hired a snitch, but you got a potential creep case that's bringing.
I'm using.
Like I'm bugging.
I'm using their ability. If it's a fine little bank teller in there and he get the run in his mouth, I ain't never seen Johnny Bravo bring the game home. He gonna catch all the case in the middle of the joint.
You right.
Johnny Bravo is the definition of shooter shoot.
Definition, and he bricking straight.
But
brick.
that's what you. Every team got one of them, so that's gonna be mine. That Johnny gonna be. Every team got one.
I think Johnny Bravo gonna have the police in there before y'all get into the vault.
So I think we're gonna be like, hey Johnny, bro, just be strong. We'll tell you when to talk. We'll tell you when to talk. If it's a baddie you can kind of get with or whatever, boom. We're gonna boom, but beat him up, be strong, gang. So that's 4. He gonna be my weak link. It's okay though. And then number 5, man, I don't know, because that Darkwing gonna take me over top. But let me think. Number 5, I honestly might do Elmer Fudd, another shooter.
I'm not mad at that.
Another shooter.
I'm not mad at that.
Another shooter, bro. Give me Darkwing Duck, and then give me Elmer as a shooter. Give me Tasmanian Devil as a nigga that he gonna go in there and clear the scene. He gonna clear it. Taz going in there and clearing it. Jimmy gonna be the real brains. And Johnny some strength.
Yo, so on the cool, he got a genius and 4 crash outs. Epstein. I'm just gonna blow the whole bank up.
Execute the worst bank robbery we have ever seen.
Ed said, I'm gonna blow the whole bank up, and in the middle of the smoke, you're just gonna see him walking out with a bag.
One bag.
Hey, you said I was using their abilities. Hey, I'm using their abilities. They may not get paid.
Because I'm looking at it as like Ed might have a situation where the teller pressed the button just for Johnny being a pervert. Like it's not even awesome.
And that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at with it. I'm like, once you go up to the teller to be like, yeah, mama, so what you want to do? She gonna hit that button Get him out of here. I'm uncomfortable.
It's crazy because
Right.
I see your vision though, because I feel like your heist team would be more so perfect if y'all like breaking into like a party, and then the vault was downstairs. Because a bank, oh, you might get cooked on a bank with the squad.
You might. Hey, we the perfect running your trap and take over your trap.
You're a kick-door. That's a kick-door team.
We the perfect kick-door team. That's fine. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We ain't pulling no GTA heist, but we'll kick those though.
Oh shit!
We operate at the street level.
You said what?
You still too short.
I'm too short. Okay. Let me see. You said Ed from the joint. That's tough. If you're going Ed from, and you got number 4. I got number 5. Because you need a black woman on your team. You need a black woman on your team to make everything make sense. So I got number 5 on my squad.
Y'all need some sense.
That's my 4. That's all that. That's all. That's admin. That's morale. That's and that's gonna get motherfuckers together. Like, hey, we got a job to do. And she got the clear to just really like crash out on everybody when they fuck it up in the process. So
because on the cool in that squad, she really could have easily been the leader. If not had moments where she was the leader. It's
really, when you rank it up, it's Bugs, her, or her Bugs. But they both got Bugs is Bugs, bro. Like I can't cap Bugs now. It's okay. So I got number 5. Let me see. What do I who I
and
got?
For the record, Sandy's black. I just want to be clear that y'all know this. Sandy's black. Yeah. All right. Just making sure we all on the same page.
Let's see. For my last one. The last one, what I wanted to XJ9, the teenage robot.
All right.
Because we need to stand off with the police. And when SWAT get cracking, you need that cannon. Either her or Cyborg from Teen Titans. But either which way, I need to stand off with the police and we getting it cracking. So yeah, that's my 5.
So you're not even trying to get away. You want to stand. Nick just told us he wants to shoot out.
Bugs is how we get away. Bugs and number 5 is how we get away. They process that. Bugs got the tunnel underground, and he gon', you know what I'm saying? He gonna pop up with the carrot. We all good. That's how we
sacrifice.
No. I'm saying Bugs has the play of how
I'm talking about XJ9.
Yeah, XJ9 guys are gone.
Oh yeah. You gotta shoot.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, Bravo, you gone.
But it's not even like I'm really losing a life because you a robot. So it's like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm chilling.
So again, I just want to run it back. Y'all was judging me for hiring a snitch, but both of y'all's plans involve a police shootout anyways. So
it's a bank heist. It's a bank heist. It's gonna be a cop. It's gonna be a shootout.
You gotta always have one.
You know,
there's always gonna be a casualty.
You know the standoff coming, and when the standoff come, I'm gonna either need XJ9 or an Autobot. I'm gonna need somebody in there that's gonna clear the whole street out, and we just gonna get up out of here.
Look, so for those listening, I want to be clear. My only potential felony charge was robbery. Actually, they done added multiple sets to their list.
Let me go back. It ain't gonna be XJ9. It would be probably an Autobot because I need the shootout and we gotta leave. You dig what I'm saying? So we gonna hop in that whip, the same whip, and we get up out of there.
I get that.
You got a tunnel.
Either or.
Y'all overthinking it. Bugs on my team. I got a tunnel. I don't need a car. Bugs on the squad.
That's a fact. I got a tunnel.
We got a tunnel.
I do got a tunnel. Shout out. I was finna say something crazy. So this has been Keep It Clean, the podcast, because we got to talking tunnels. I was finna say something crazy. This has been Keep It Clean, the podcast. We appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. It's been another week. We will see y'all again. We popping back in here next Saturday. Joints is gonna be dropping on Tuesdays moving forward. So we here, man. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with us.
And for sure. And if any of y'all that are listening, y'all got a potential topic that y'all think we can do, let us know, because we also do one-off episodes as well, man. And much love to y'all and appreciate the feedback of the motion. And as always, y'all stay out there, keep it clean. Find your pine salt, find your fabuloso, find whatever it is that you need, and keep it spotless.
Keep it clean, man.
Keep it clean, man. Y'all have a good one.
We out of here.